Hey, what's going on, guys? Game here, and welcome to my spoiler review of Batman the Telltale Series Episode 1, Realm of Shadows. Now, yes, that is a big spoiler warning, so if you've not played Episode 1 of Batman the Telltale Series, please pause this video, go put this video in your watch later list, put this video in your favorites, and then come back what you've beaten. Episode 1 of Batman the Telltale Series, but I do have a non-spoiler review that I put out yesterday. You can check that out on my channel. If I remember to do it, I'll put it in the description down below if I do remember to do that. Hopefully I do, so go ahead, check that out. That is a non-spoiler review, so there's no spoilers in there, but this is a spoiler review. We're going to be going in depth in this for this episode, so let's just get right to it. I mean, it's not much of a spoiler review as it is kind of more of a spoiler talk, I guess you could say. We're just gonna go over the big points in the game that we should really talk about. And the first really big point that we should probably talk about is Oswald Cobblepot being in Batman the Telltale Series. Yes, Oswald Cobblepot is in Batman the Telltale Series. You actually did see him in the trailer for a split second. No one really knew who he was, and it turns out that he is Oswald Cobblepot. So Oswald Cobblepot, they've done a different version of Oswald Cobblepot than they have done before. Oswald and Bruce were actually childhood friends, and Oswald kind of went off. He kind of became a criminal, arms dealing, stuff like that. He was just kind of a criminal. His mom was committed to Arkham. His dad killed himself. He just had a kind of a rough childhood, and now he's broke. His fortune is all gone, and you know, he's jealous of Bruce Wayne. So in a way, they're kind of doing the Thomas Elliot kind of relationship, where they're childhood friends and they have talked to each other for a while, and you know, Thomas Elliot is kind of jealous of Bruce Wayne. So it's kind of like that Thomas Elliot. So they're mixing Penguin with Thomas Elliot for Oswald Cobblepot. Which is interesting. He's not in episode 1 that much for me to really say, oh, if he's a nice, awesome, brand new take on Penguin. I can't really say that yet, because we haven't seen much of him. He's only in one scene or one sequence, and he is in the end credit scene or the teaser for episode 2. So I can't really go much with Oswald. But he's gonna be, he's gonna be a big player, I think, for the rest of the episodes, or for the rest of the season, I think. I'll go into that later when I do my episode 2 speculations video, which will be coming out very soon. I'll go into that kind of stuff later. But yeah, it was interesting to see this new take on Oswald Cobblepot, and I'm interested to see where they go with this. But it is nice to see that Penguin is in Batman the Telltale Series. Another big thing is the Waynes. This game goes into the Waynes in depth. Falcone pretty much tells Bruce that the Waynes weren't that great of people. They were not as great as people say they were. Falcone pretty much tells him that. In the end of the game, you see Batman is ticked off, and it ends on a cliffhanger of him asking Alfred what he's been keeping from me, or what he's been keeping from him. And that's how episode 1 ends. So you really get in depth with the Waynes, because you have a press conference with Harvey Dent, and you're kind of wondering, like, and there's like all these sources start coming out that the Waynes have been working with the mob. They've been tied in with the mob, and you're kind of trying to figure out what's happened. GCPD's raiding your pretty much going through your house. You're trying to figure out what happens. And Falcone tells you, at the end of the episode, that the Waynes were the biggest mobsters in Gotham. So I'm really interested to see what happens next. Like I said, I'll go into that with episode 2 speculation video, but I just love the story that Telltale is telling right now. It's so compelling. It's original. I'm loving it. I'm just loving it so far. I cannot wait for episode 2. That should be coming out in September. What else we got? We have Catwoman and Batman know who each other are. Yes, Harvey and Selina Kyle are actually dating in this universe. So that's kind of an interesting new thing, that they are dating, and they kind of meet each other at a dinner party. As you know, you've probably played the game already because you're watching a spoiler review, so you probably know what's about to happen. They're at a dinner. Selina Kyle comes up, and she has a black eye. Bruce sees a black eye. Selina Kyle sees a scratch, and they just know that they are Catwoman and Batman. So that was a really clever and a really brilliant scene that I just loved. And then they kind of started talking afterwards about like who hired you and all that kind of stuff. So that was just awesome. I mean, the game, there's a whole like this detective scene that happens that is fantastic, where you just really get to go into the detective side of Batman. You know, it's kind of like Arkham Origins style. You're trying to figure out what happened between this massacre between like the GCPD and I guess Falcone's goons. Is that who they were? I don't think we ever really got a true confirmation that those were guys working for Falcone. Did we ever get a real confirmation about who those guys were? I mean, I guess we're gonna have to figure out who they work for. But I actually have a theory maybe who they're working for if it wasn't confirmed already. Let me know in the comment section below if it's already been confirmed who they work for. Because I am not 100% sure, because Falcone said that he didn't cause that mess and that the Waynes were behind it. So I have a theory that will go in my episode 2 speculation video. So yeah, it was just a great scene. There's a big interrogation scene that was awesome. You could, break his ribs. You can smack him in the face with a pipe. You can be really brutal if you want, and that was just pretty awesome. There's a great scene at the end where you're raiding, or you're taking out everybody at the Skylight Club. That was awesome. Planning your attack, that was so Batman. I loved it. I mean, this game was just so Batman. This was just, Telltale knows the character of Batman so well. Like the way they handled this game was absolutely perfect, and I absolutely love this game. Of course, I've already told you my cons about the game, why I didn't give it a 9 or a perfect score or anything. But like I said, that's in my non-spoiler review, so you can go check that out. But yeah, that was pretty much all the kind of points that I wanted to give my kind of thoughts on and tell you guys what I thought about those scenes. Hopefully I'm not missing any big parts in the game. It was just overall, like I said in my non-spoiler review, this is a great start to the season. Hopefully it stays, hopefully it gets better from here. Hopefully the next episode I'll be giving it like a 10. That is my hope, that I'm going to be doing that in the next episode. But yeah, that's pretty much my spoiler review for Batman the Telltale Series Episode 1, Realm of Shadows. Let me know what you thought of Realm of Shadows in the comment section below. Are you excited for Episode 2? Let me know in the comment section. But let me know all your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, make sure you leave a like to show me you have enjoyed. Subscribe so don't miss any more videos. And follow me on Twitter at SoccerGamer07 to keep you promoted to your channel. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Goodbye.